was the last conversation with my
Okay. We were just having a really funny conversation before going live. But what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Thick Beauty.
And I am Erica Renee.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about some relationship little topics that we had. We usually talk to each other about it, right?
We do.
But we wanted to, these are random. We don't know what, she wrote some down and I wrote some down. So this is definitely random. And we want to get to it, right?
Yep. You want to go first? Okay, I go first.
Okay.
Should you combine finances? What's your take on that?
Yes. But, okay, wait. Is this like in a marriage?
A relationship. I mean, everybody knows in marriage, yeah, but...
Okay, because my theory on relationships and marriages have changed over the years. I feel like when you're not married, you don't really have an obligation to combine your finances, especially when there's no children involved. But if you're trying to build together to maybe buy a house, then I definitely feel like finances should be combined. What's your take on it?
I think in marriage only.
Okay, so yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I don't think...
Like, my thing is, why do I need to invest my money into a man that I'm not gonna marry? I mean, I would want to invest my money with somebody that I know that I'm gonna be with long term, right?
Yeah, like
you never know what might happen. Especially, you got these young girls, 22, they owning their own businesses and stuff.
Right.
You don't want to go into a relationship matching your money with a nigga that you ain't gonna be with. Period.
True.
Okay, so relationships and involving your family within your relationship. How do you feel about that, friend?
Don't do it.
So you're not gonna share nothing?
I mean, naturally, we're women, so I think we share things, especially when you sometimes feel like your partner is not listening, or is not there to listen, or is not willing to listen at the time, depending on the circumstances.
Right.
You have to have an outlet with someone. So, of course, we share at some point in time, but when emotions are not involved, I would say no, never, no.
So me personally, I feel like sharing your relationship with your family is good if it's a positive aspect. But if it's negative, like if it's a dude that you know that you're gonna be with and you're just mad at the time, most likely your family is gonna stay mad. Like if you tell them something negative about your relationship, they're gonna stay mad. And then when you're all in lovey-dovey mode and you go into family functions, they still gonna be mad at them, and you gonna be mad because everybody ain't on one accord. So to negate all that, keep your business to yourself.
Looking at them crazy.
Talk to Jesus.
My friend.
For real.
I'm happy with Jesus alone.
It works. It works for me. I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, I talked to my mom about, relationship advice with my relationship and things like that. But pretty much you have to know what to share and what not to share.
And who to share it with.
For real. Because,
like, my mother, I know I can share some
I love
stuff.
her.
But I know she's just such a sweetheart.
I just love her. She's so sweet.
Don't let her fool you. She knows like that. But my mom, yes, absolutely. Like, I can share. That's literally like my best friend. She know
Right.
But she know everything. Like everything.
For real.
She be having a conversation.
I think both of our mothers really give us good, solid advice. I'm pretty sure that you don't share every single thing with your mom.
You sure?
I don't. Do you share every single thing?
Yes.
Like every little thing?
Well, not like
I can't share
details,
every piece of information with my mom because sometimes I don't be wanting to know. Like when I know I'm wrong, I don't want to hear her tell me that I'm wrong. So if I know I'm already wrong, I'm probably most likely not gonna tell her. So.
Oh well. Yeah.
To each his own, boo. Mama, I love you, girl.
We love y'all. So next, should love be enough in a relationship?
That's deep.
It is very deep.
I feel like when I was younger, in my 20s, love was enough.
I agree.
But now, me approaching 30, I don't feel like love is enough.
At all.
I feel like it's more to a relationship than than love. The point I'm in my life right now. Who's to say when I turn, when I'm approaching my 40s, it might change. But right now, the 30-year-old Cherish is saying that I feel like love isn't enough. You gotta come with a little bit more.
A little harder than that.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one, friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Tried.
So, co-parenting and dating guys that have kids. I'm gonna let you answer that one first, friend.
Oh. So, that's a good question. That's a good topic, I should say. So, co-parenting can be very difficult if you do not have someone, first of all, who is willing to allow you to do it, especially if you're in even a marriage too. If you don't have someone who is allowing you to co-parent, say if that person has children but you don't, whether it's on either side, if they don't allow you to co-parent or they feel as though, well, these are my children and I don't want you telling them something, or I don't want you included in disciplining them or anything of that sort, it makes it a little bit difficult. And I don't really agree with that, but I guess it's to each his own.
So co-parenting is really when you have a child and then you have two adults who created this child, but they're not together.
Right.
And then one adult lives in one house and the other adult lives in another house. And me being a stepmother, I can say that it's very challenging. I have been in my stepdaughter's life for 10 years. And my stepson's life for 10 years as well. And I love them dearly. Whenever people ask me how many kids I have, I tell them I have 4 kids. But it's very challenging because as a step parent, you give the nurturing, you give the support, but certain things you have to kind of know when to step back. A lot of the discipline, you kind of want to shy away from that because you're not the biological parent. And it's especially when the biological mother or father are very involved. You don't want to, basically make it seem like, you're trying to overdo things. But I feel like as a step parent, you really, you deserve the same amount of respect as, the biological parent. And at the end of the day, people need to understand that it's not about the adults, it's about the children. What's best for the children that's involved. Kids are so innocent. All they want to do is be loved and nurtured. So I think that's the most important part. And,
that light was messing with my eyes.
And not losing sight of that. So the kids are very important. So that's my take on that.
Okay, so I think originally I was answering your question and I got sidetracked because I don't have kids. But I kind of,
all the time.
yeah, I don't have children. So I kind of moved a little quicker. I was supposed to say what I was saying about co-parenting and then give my take on it because I don't have children from that side, because I have been in the situation to where I have to deal with that child's mother because the person that I was with had children. And okay, so it was not difficult. However, like I said before, it got to the point where I felt like maybe in the relationship side, it got to the point where that person didn't really know how to practice what they preached, as far as, you know, what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. You know, these are your children. You've developed rapport, relationship with them, disciplining, all that good stuff. So from that standpoint, that part is difficult too. And I believe that if you are in a relationship with someone who has children and they have to co-parent with that other parent, everybody kind of has to work together to an extent, because it's still not your place, but you're involved. So
it definitely takes teamwork. It takes teamwork. Me personally, I'm sorry, I do not want to offend anybody, but my friends that don't have children, I tell them to stray away from guys that have kids, because I feel like it's extra work. I mean, everybody deserves love. So these single dads out here, they deserve to be loved. Don't get me wrong. There's somebody for everybody, but me personally, I don't feel like women should be out here, you know, trying to check on a guy who has kids and baby mamas. It's just, most of the time it's drama, you know, to each his own. Sometimes, you know, the parents, they got their separate lives. They're very mature about the situation, but most of the time it don't it doesn't end up like that. But I most definitely tell all of my friends, do he got kids? If he got kids, how old are his kids? How many kids? You know what I'm saying? It definitely matters. And then the maturity of the guy as well. So, but yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I like that one too.
Loud extra.
How long should you wait for someone to get it together in a relationship?
That's really awkward. So,
why is it awkward?
Cause it's like, how long should you wait for someone to get it together? I don't think you could put a time stamp on it. I think it has to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, you know how they say everybody has their breaking point. Like, and this is because it's some I know some females out here that's dogs, all right? So this goes both ways, men and women. If you in a relationship with somebody who just won't get their shit together, it's all up to you. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I feel like, I mean, I know people that have been in relationships for 20-something years and they still working on things. So it's like,
true.
It has to do with the person, and what it really has to do with how you feel about yourself and what you feel like you deserve. If you feel like you deserve more, then you're probably not gonna last in a toxic relationship for long. But if you know in your heart that you know you deserve the best, then you're gonna require your significant other to, give you what you deserve and bring to the table what you're bringing to the table. So I really feel like it just depends on the person.
I agree. And then especially because no one can judge when you've had enough, you kind of have to be that person to say, okay, well, I'm done. I've had enough. I can't do this anymore, and kind of stick to that.
Right.
But once you know that you're done and you've had enough, you know that.
Right.
So it happens.
It's a good person. Yeah, most definitely. But it really does boil down to you loving yourself. At the end of the day, when you love yourself and you know your worth, you know what you want and what you expect of someone, it's all gonna come together. If you're really not caring about, if you don't have any love for yourself, you're really gonna accept and take whatever it gets, and that's just not a good way to live. It's very draining. I've been there, and yeah. That was a good one, friend. I like your questions.
I'm trying.
Okay, so my next question is, when we talk about not being equally yoked, basically religion and relationships. Me and Erica, we're Christian, and how do you feel about that? Or with other people, do you feel like it's a good idea for people to be together and not be on the same page religiously? Like, for instance, if we're Christian, would it be difficult for us to date someone who's Muslim or who's, a different religion?
Me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but I don't think I would want to put myself in that situation, honestly, because I think a lot of people get into that situation thinking that they can either change or get someone to convert, and I don't think that's the right approach. Because what happens when you get 2-3 years in and you guys are like madly in love with each other, and then the question of, well, are you expecting me to come to your side, or are you expecting, and
I've had this conversation with other friends, so I completely understand, because me personally, I feel like people lose sight of what dating is. You're not dating just to have fun. You're you're dating to have fun, but you want to find a person you're gonna eventually spend the rest of your life with. You know what I'm saying? And how can you build a family with someone and you guys are not on the same page religiously? Now, me personally, my mother is Christian. My dad is a Muslim. I was taught in a household that I grew up, my parents are not together anymore, but I was taught to respect other religions. I was taught that it's okay to do, your research. Like me, I've read the Quran. It's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not a Muslim, but it's okay for me to know what what they're learning and what their beliefs is and things like that. But me personally, I don't want to raise my kids like that. I don't want to raise my kids in a household where mommy's a Christian and daddy's a Muslim, and daddy spends majority of his day praying, and you know what I'm saying? And
very confusing.
It's confusing, and then it's like, and that's where it gets to the part where I was talking about not being equally yoked. It causes friction and it causes problems. Now, I don't know, have you ever been there? But me personally, I've been to where I've had to really find my way back and have I've disconnected from God. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to repent and find my way back, you know what I'm saying? And I know in relationships, sometimes you get wrapped up in your relationship and you kind of, I can't, like I said, I can't speak for nobody else but me. I know I stopped praying as much and stopped reading the word as much when I got really, really wrapped into my relationship, and God really had to pull my coattail, like, look, You're going through what you're going through right now because you're not putting me first.
Exactly.
So when you're in a relationship with someone who's putting God first, it's not easy for you to forget about putting God first because you guys are both on the same path.
Yeah, you have
God
that
is,
person
you know, God is first in both of your lives. So
accountable.
yeah, so I just feel like it's easier, and
I agree.
yeah, me personally, I just feel like it's easier that way.
I agree. That was a good one. Okay. Long distance relationship.
Lord Jesus. You want to start that one off? Long distance relationships.
Yeah. Would you ever do it?
Well, I can't. I'm in a full relationship, a full committed relationship.
Hypothetically.
So I don't know. Like,
okay, so let's customize it a little bit for your situation.
So
if your husband right now, okay, had a job and it required him to leave for, just say, the next 6 months.
Absolutely not gonna happen. It's just not gonna. I'm going with him. We've talked about this. We've talked about this because he wants to be a truck driver.
Right.
And I know most truck drivers, they're never at home.
Never.
I'm not doing that. I need my husband right there next to me. I need to look into his eyes. I need to feel his heartbeat. I don't know. I don't know what those. I need to see his face. It's not me being insecure or thinking he's out there doing something.
You just want.
I just want to see.
There.
I want to see his face every morning. He come in the room and give me kisses every morning, and I can't picture myself not. No.
That's cute.
For like a couple of days, yeah, but months, no, it's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry, to each his own, but I can't do it. I'm too spoiled.
I agree. Okay, so I think I can do a long distance relationship if both people are willing and are able to commute frequently, like very frequent.
That ain't no long distance relationship. So yeah, that'll work.
I mean, it is long because you are not in the same, you don't live and reside in the same state. So it's,
you know what? When you really, now, stop me if I'm wrong. I feel like when you really, really madly in love with somebody, you can't stay away from that person.
That's true.
And distance is not gonna come in between. Like,
exactly.
In my younger days, in my 20s, you know, I moved from LA to Las Vegas, and for my own personal reasons. And my kid's dad, the guy that I'm with still today, we could not get away from each other.
I know.
It was either me going out there every other weekend or him coming out here. And it was just like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you really love a person, you're going to catch a flight. You're going to catch a plane, a drive. You're going to find a way to that person.
Yeah, before it's the effort.
Yeah, you're not going to let distance come in between your relationship. That was a good one, friend. I like that one.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is one that this is one that I really want to get into. So, and I want you to actually answer this for me first. So, do you think that social media is biased? With men and women, do you think it's biased?
Absolutely.
Care to explain, friend?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I don't want to talk about that, friend.
Why?
Because
this is the girl talk. We don't have no secrets.
Social media is the devil. It is.
I agree.
It is. And I don't think, well, I'm not going to say I don't think it belongs in relationships. But you have to know your relationship. You have to know the person that you are with to know whether or not your relationship can withstand social media. Because it's not for everybody. It's not. It's not for the weak.
I feel like social media can be a problem depending on the people that you're dealing with. Social media has been a problem in my relationship in the past. I think social media is all about, like, you know, watching people live these social media lives. You really have to understand that everybody's life on social media, everybody's life looks perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in reality, everybody's going through their own thing. Everybody has their own separate lives. And when you're going through something, like me personally, I was going through a really bad depression after I had my daughter. And social media was a trigger for me because I would go on social media and I would see, you know, all these different things on social media with these, different men and women in my family and things like that. And it would be a trigger for me because I would compare my life to other people. And that's just really, it's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy. So that's where it comes in, where sometimes you kind of have to, like, back off of social media. Like, I've taken little breaks from social media periodically during the year because it's and then don't fight yourself for it because that's what it's designed to do. It's designed for people.
It's just like any other advertisement.
Right? It's designed to make you feel like that. It's all about advertising, and you know what I'm saying, like, people go on there and they do these little videos, and you know, you're seeing people on vacation and stuff, and then, you know, if you're not in a really financial state to do those things, you kind of be like, well, damn, like, I want to do that stuff too.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's very important to not get too wrapped up in social media. As far as social media and relationships, I feel like it's a really big respect factor.
Especially because you never really know who these people truly are. You never really know what people are going through. And just because, I mean, we can take a picture right now and, you know, act like we are the happiest people in the world.
Right.
But, I mean,
we all go through our different things.
So just because you can take a picture or snap a picture for a few seconds out of the day and post it, you know, and make up this timeline does not mean that is your actual life. Or
so when dating a guy, you don't, like, do you require him to add you on social media?
Okay, so
because that's my thing. If we dating, I need to be on your page. It needs to say that you're in a relationship with me.
Okay.
You know, like, I just feel like if I go on your page and you look like a single man, then it's like, why are we together?
It is. It's a problem. But for me, I don't really care to. Well, I'm not a big social media. I'm just now getting into social media.
So, taking baby steps, y'all.
Yeah. I don't require to be added on it. I don't really care to. Okay, so I don't want to see anybody. If I'm on your social media page and you posted a picture and it's like somebody that's underneath it saying something, I don't want to see that. Because I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to say something to that person. So I don't want to do that.
See, okay, so this is my thing with social media, and it's just plain simple. either you do social media or you don't.
Exactly.
If you do social media, I need to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't do social media, that's you, you know, to each his own. But if you're a type of person who, and this is from men and women, if you do social media and you really be on social media posts and stuff, then you need to be able to let people know that you're in a relationship, period.
Yeah.
It's not nobody controlling you or making you do things that you don't want to do, but it's like you have enough time to post anything else. You should be able to post your significant other. You shouldn't look like you single on social media. And my main thing because of that is social media was built for dating. People are going to hit you up like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to look like you're in a relationship. I'm not saying that you need to post a person every 5 minutes on your timeline, but either you do social media or if you don't. If you do social media, you need to acknowledge the person you're in a relationship with, and that's just my opinion.
And for those who are doing social media and who do not live in the same household together, your social medias need to add up. If you are on social media and having a text conversation and or phone conversation with me, I'm going to need you to respond. I do not want to yes. I do not want to go on your page and see that you have been on your social media and active in the past 5 minutes, but yet you have not responded to me in the last 30 or an hour or 2 hours. I've never been through this personally. However, I see it and I see it a lot. I'm gonna need y'all to fix it and get it together quickly.
See, my husband, he do social media, but he don't do social media. He's like an introvert. Like, he posts little funny videos all day. Every blue moon, he'll post like a picture of us. He always posts pictures of the kids and stuff. But in reality, if he can get away with just scrolling on social media and just liking people's videos, that's really what he do. He just watch funny videos all day. It's also, I said, it depends on the person too, but to each his own. Social media is not a problem and for me anymore, but it used to be. It really did, but you can't let it get to you.
So, let's see. How about credit? Is credit important?
Very, extremely important.
So in dating is like, how soon should the credit conversation come up, do you think?
If I'm dating you and I don't plan on being with you long term, your credit shit is not gonna matter to me. But if you're talking about marrying me and we talking about building together,
right?
Yeah, we need to get this right.
So you don't believe that when you are like dating and getting to know someone, and credit should come up?
I mean, it's good to have good credit, but I'm not benefiting from it.
True.
So it's like, I don't care for your credit. Now, if I'm dating you and we're gonna be together long term, we're talking about marriage and a family and buying a house, then we need to sit down together and look at our finances and see how we can work together to, you know, get our credit scores where they need to be at and things like that. But I mean, I don't know. I think I'm old-fashioned because me personally, I haven't dated in 10 years. I've been with the same person for 10 years. So when I talk to other people, like my single friends that are dating, it's like, okay, so are you dating so you can find someone that you want to be with, or are you just dating because you just socially dating? Me, I feel like when you're dating, you're supposed to be you're supposed to be trying to find someone, or really you're not supposed to search. You're supposed to wait for God to send you someone in your life that you're gonna be with. But with that being said, if he talking about he want to be my husband and he want me to bear his children and we gonna buy a house, of course credit is gonna matter. But if you just John from around the corner and we hooked up a couple of times and you know you take me out to eat every blue moon,
not John from around the corner, friend.
I don't care about your credit. I really don't. You
No,
ain't putting nothing in my name.
No, I get it. I get it. That makes
I'm not gonna expect you to do anything, vice versa. So I don't know, but yeah,
I agree.
that was a good one, friend. Because my credit ain't too good, but it's getting there.
Working on it, girl.
Working on it. Trying to buy a house.
Right.
I need my big backyard
Next year.
So, friend, what about prenups? Prenups. How y'all feel about prenups?
So,
it's important.
It's a mood changer. Okay.
Prenups. What y'all feel about prenups?
So I don't think I'm not personally against them, and I'm not completely for them. I think I would need to know the situation first and be into or working on something long term with someone to know whether or not it's kind of like it depends on how I feel. About this, you kind of have to feel the situation to see if. But I personally don't think that. Okay, so I dislike prenups for the fact that it is kind of like you are signing this in hopes of something not going as planned. That's the negative. I am for it though, because you of course need to protect yourself always because you don't know. But I don't know.
I'm 100%. I disagree with prenups. I feel like they were created to control, and if I'm okay. When you're marrying somebody, this is the person that you're vowing to spend the rest of your life with. Mm-hmm. This is the person that you want to grow old with. This is the person that you want to die with. If I have that much undying love for a person, I'm not really concerned about the money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you tell a person, hey, you're going into this marriage and you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire, and you want this person to sign a prenup, I just feel like you're already failing the marriage before the marriage even started. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be going in saying, hey, we're going to be together forever. This is eternity. Mm-hmm. This prenup is just saying, if we do break up, mm-hmm. you ain't getting nothing. Right. Why are we even talking about what is at this point?
Exactly.
And if you feel like I'm going to take all your money, or you feel like you can't trust me, you shouldn't marry me. That's just the bottom line. If you feel like you can't trust me, then we do not need to be married. I just feel like prenups are so unnecessary.
Very true.
That's my opinion. And I don't agree with prenups at all. I feel like it's just a slap in the face to men and women. You give me a prenup before we get married, you're basically telling me that you don't trust me. And what's a relationship with no trust?
It's not.
A marriage alone with no trust? Like, come on now.
Right.
It don't make no sense. So that's my take on that.
Very true. Very, very true.
I think it's your turn.
It is. How important is sex in a relationship?
Look, it's just pin on the show. It's important. Intimacy is important in a relationship. Mm-hmm. If you have no intimacy, you don't, it's not gonna work. And I'm not even talking about just physical mm-hmm. intimacy, even emotional intimacy, spiritual, you are not gonna, the relationship is gonna crumble. Women have to be nurtured. men have to be you're a man. You have to cater to your man.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that, it's just not gonna work. It's not. I feel like relationships with intimacy is really, you're waiting to fail, basically. Me personally, what's your take for it?
I think you said it.
That's just, I mean, it's like, it's not even nothing you could really elaborate on.
Okay, so I will say, because I've been on this little journey myself. And so sex specifically can come, very slowly. However, there are plenty of other, what's the word? There's different ways. There's different ways to be intimate. There you go. So, yes, you need to, if sex is not an option at that current moment, then you need to be willing to talk about other ways and be very available to.
And come on, we all grown, we all adults. Like, if you're, and I'm all for waiting for marriage for sex. People feel like people don't do it anymore, but look, if you're trying to save yourself or your husband, I'm all for it. There's certain thing called foreplay, okay? Rubbing of the back, kissing of the neck, rubbing of the feet, like, that's all intimacy. You can cater to your significant other without physically having sex. It's possible. But I can tell you one thing: if you're not into that person and you're not physically attracted to that person, no,
it's not gonna.
It's gonna feel forced, and it's not gonna be natural. But if you really care about that person, you really love that person, you will find ways to make sure that they're taken care of. But yeah, okay. So my last question that I want to talk about was having children before marriage. What's your take on that?
I think that's an individual decision, to each his own. Me personally, I do not want children before marriage, and that is only because I feel like bringing a child into the world is a very exciting and joyous moment in time, and I would want to experience that with my other half or my husband. In my situation, that's what I would want. But I don't knock anyone for having children outside of a marriage or outside of a relationship. That happens too. I don't knock anybody for going about it their own way, or if you have, for whatever reason, even if it was not by choice, it is not something that I am looking down on. It happens, and that's how that goes.
Life happens. Kids come. Sometimes unexpected, sometimes planned. Life happens. Me, I'm almost 30. Me now, I would tell my 13-year-old, I'm definitely gonna teach abstinence in my house, especially if you're not married and you're still living under my household. So most definitely that's gonna be taught. But I love my children. My children mean the world to me, but if I took myself, Josiah is 5, going on 6, and if I had a chance to wait, I would have waited to have children until after we were married. I definitely would have, because it would have given us more time to spend with one another. Kids make things a little bit more, I don't want to say they make things harder, but they make it more challenging. So I definitely wish I would have waited a little longer before I had Josiah. I don't know where Skylar came from. I tell everybody that. I'll be looking at her like, girl, where'd you come from? Josiah was playing, but Skylar definitely, she was a hey, surprise. She came out of nowhere, girl. But I definitely, no, for real, I definitely recommend, like, I have younger cousins and, younger, girls that are under me, and I preach abstinence. There was a long time before I was intimate with the man, and I feel like practicing abstinence is very important with these young girls. They're really publicizing having children at a young age, and I just feel like you need to give yourself a chance to grow. Absolutely. I had Josiah when I was 23, and I feel like if I waited now, I probably it would have been a better time for me to be a first-time mother. But like I said, I love my children. They are not mistakes. I adore them. But I most definitely feel like you should wait before you are married to have children, and enjoy your spouse and get to know each other first, grow, and then have children. It just, I feel like it'll make it so much better and the relationship so much stronger.
I agree.
But I think that was our last question, right?
It was.
This was fun. I had so much fun with you guys. It was very enlightening. You can follow me at Thick Beauty on Instagram and Twitter. I'll put it on the screen for you guys.
And you can follow me at Erica Renee. And I guess I won't spell it.
We'll put it on the screen. This is our first video. We thank you guys for watching us, and stay tuned for more videos from us. We will be doing some fun things, and
you ready? You ready for this?
I am. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So, and y'all know I love to talk. I love everybody that is watching us, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see y'all
and
later.
We'll see you guys later. Thank you.